So basically, today we'll be knowing all about Pakistan. Means what's happening inside Pakistan and how did Imran Khan lost his position of Prime Minister. So the Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has lost a no trust vote. The removal of Imran Khan has set in motion the process to elect the new leader of the House. The opposition wins 174 votes in the members of 342 National Assembly. Mr. Khan was the first Prime Minister to be voted out through a non-confidential motion. And also, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan was removed from the office through a non-confidence vote that was held in early hours of April 10. Day of high drama, becoming the first premier in the country's history to be sent home after losing the trust of House. And also, the joint opposition secured the support of 174 members out of 342 members of National Assembly, more than needed. And also, the strength of 172 to ousted the Prime Minister post is sufficient enough. No Prime Minister in Pakistan's history was ever ousted through a non-confidence motion. Mr. Khan is the first Prime Minister whose fate was decided through a trust vote. And also, no Pakistan Prime Minister has ever completed a full 5-year term in his post. Basically, we can see that inside the parliament, the Khan's party has lost the support of the coalition alliance, and also which is denying him to get the majority that is needed to defeat the vote of non-confidence. And also, outside the parliament, Khan's party has lost the support of Pakistan's most powerful army, which helped him to win the general elections in the year 2018. So, due to some policies and agreements and also appointments of senior most posts of this military purpose, he has lost the support of the military too. The 69-year-old Imran Khan was not present in the lower house at the time of voting, and also his party lawmakers were walking out during the process of voting, and only the parties means the PTI party members were present in the lower house and sat on the government benches. The removal of Imran Khan has set in motion the process to elect the new leader for the house. The combined opposition had already named Shehbaz Sharif, the president of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, as a joint candidate. He could be elected as Prime Minister by Sunday. Don't want to go back to the bitterness of the past. We want to forget the past and we want to move forward. We will not take revenge or do any injustice to all the people around us. We will not sending people to jail for no reason. And the law, the justice will be making as per the orders given to us. This was the speech given by Mr. Sharif after the voting results were announced. So let us know. Mr. Khan, who came in the power in 2018 with a promise to create a new Pakistan, was acclaimed that economic crisis and economic mismanagement as his government battled depleting foreign exchange reserves by double-digit inflation. So at present moment, the Pakistan is facing two biggest economic challenges, that is the high inflation rate and fast depleting foreign exchange reserves. The difficulty is that as the currency has losing its value due to decreasing reserves, it gives rise to even more inflation. In February, as the opposition momentum against the Khan was building, the Prime Minister announced to cut in domestic fuel and electric prices despite of global rise, pledging to freeze these prices until the end of the year in June. But when this week the rupee has fell to the historic low against the US dollars, means the cost of a rupee of a Pakistan has become much lower than the price compared to US dollars. So the State Bank of Pakistan sharply increased the interest rates in emergency meeting. Inside the parliament, the loss of alliance support has reversed the numbers for Imran Khan. The parties like BAP, MQM and also PMLQ has account for fewer than 5% of seats in 342 members of National Assembly. But by pledging to support the no confidence vote against Imran Khan, the coalition alliance effectively ended Imran Khan's 3.5-year spell as Prime Minister. The opposition parties also claimed to have a support of number of dissidents of PTI parliament members. Meanwhile, the economy remains in parallel state. The difficulty is that as the currency has been devaluating itself, means the currency is losing its own value, and also due to the decrease of reserves. This was giving rise to even more inflation. He apparently lost the support of most powerful army after he refused to endorse the appointment of ISI spy agency chief last year. Mr. Khan wanted to keep Gen 5's Ahmad as the chief spy, but the army higher officials commanded that they transferred him by appointing the corps commander in Peshawar. The military signaled that it would be neither taking the side of oppositions or neither it would be taking the side of Imran Khan. It would remain as neutral. And by hearing the words of military, he got very much angry and said that only animals will be neutral. So this was a big blow for him now. Because it was believed that Imran Khan came to power due to the power of military and also kept the opposition in check. But on 18th March, Imran Khan got again another big blow that his own party members started revolting against him. The 24 members wanted to leave the PTI party. So if they leave the PTI party, the party would dethrone itself from the powerful position.
करीब लोग मौजूद हैं
24
जी जनाब
जिनका ताल्लुक पीटीआई से है
जिनका तलक पीटीआई से है
24
Other members of PTI party went to Sindh House, where the 24 members were living, and started revolting against them. But on 20th March, Imran Khan gave an offer to all those 24 members that if you rejoin the party, you will be forgiven for your mistakes. But on 22nd March, these 24 MNAs has rejected the offer. Means they had upheld the offer and had boycotted the offer given by Imran Khan. And after this situation, the number got increased to 35 MNAs leaving the party. So this was the biggest blow for Imran Khan when he was Prime Minister position, because his own party members were leaving and going away from his own party. Due to the worst economic crisis, the public were facing huge problems. So due to these MNAs leaving the party, Imran Khan can't cross the majority of seats. And also on 26th March, the coalition party had also become problematic for Imran Khan. 3 coalition parties wanted to stop their support towards Imran Khan party. Now Imran Khan wanted to make a good opinion for these parties. So Imran Khan has offered CM post of Punjab for the parties of MPLQ, and also which means there is a Punjab in Pakistan too. And also MQMP party was offered a post of military control and ministry control of ports and shipping. But on 30th March, the party had signed an agreement with opposition party. So on this, Imran Khan has said that he will play the innings last ball until the tournament is ended. And after that, he had made many theories, like he went to Russia for one of the most important meeting. So on this issue, the oppositions had joined hands with America so that it could be the end for his government. On this, the oppositions and America replied that it was all the excuses that are being made by Imran Khan. And finally, the day has come. On 3rd April, the vote of confidential had to be held, and on this day itself, the Prime Minister Imran Khan had not come to the parliament. On that particular day, the Deputy Speaker had dismissed no confidential motion against the Prime Minister Imran Khan. He said that according to Article 5, no confidential vote is illegal that is to be held. So after 2 days, the truth came in front of people. As the speaker was not present in the parliament and it was deputy speaker who spoke these words and who has given this judgment in favor of Imran Khan. As he was one of the member, means he was the member of Imran Khan's party itself. The speaker was not present because he was not in favor of Article 5 ruling. As this ruling, Imran Khan advised the President of Pakistan, Arif Alvi, to solve the entire assembly and also conduct a free and fresh elections in Pakistan. And their president did so because the president is like rubber stamp. He had no powers in his own hands. So till this point of story, you would feel that Imran Khan was having an happy ending for himself, that he saved his government by calling for fresh elections. But seeing this happen, the Chief Justice of Pakistan, means the Supreme Court, had brought this matter to itself. And also the Supreme Court did not prolong the proceedings. Neither it was covered, means it was afraid by the government. It was free from all the supports and all the covers. Rather, the Pakistan Supreme Court showed a brilliant independence of judiciary. On 7th April, a 5-judge bench of the Supreme Court was held and passed a unanimous verdict. They said that the actions of the Imran Khan government were unconstitutional. They could not dismiss the non-conference vote with such tactics, and also the fresh elections being called for declared as null and void by them. The demand of the opposition parties for vote of confidence was also given the permission to be held. Then came 9th April, so the day of vote of confidence. As expected, the Imran Khan's government lost their vote. The majority mark was 172 and the opposition won 174 votes. So in this way, the political crisis in Pakistan were continuing. But a good news for Pakistan democracy is that the Supreme Court acted independently. There was no interference from the army and the Prime Minister was removed constitutionally. It is said that Shehbaz Sharif could be the next Prime Minister of Pakistan. And also, the overall situation is not terribly bad for Imran Khan because he had been removed from the post of Prime Minister. But the Pakistan general election is only 1 year or 1.5 years away from him. Imran Khan wanted the assembly to be dissolved now and fresh elections to be called. And if it is true that he is having hope in his own people, means the public having hope on him, so he could be elected as the Prime Minister again when the general election will be held. So guys, that was all about Pakistan, means what's going in Pakistan, inside Pakistan news, and also why Imran Khan had lost his Prime Minister post. So guys, I will be hoping that you all have enjoyed today's content, and also subscribe to the channel for more such content and also to keep yourself updating with such content. So guys, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.